That's right, the man himself, Keron Rose, our Digipreneur. He's here with us as per usual on the Zoom line. Always a pleasure to see you, Keron. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, and once again, thank you for having me.
Definitely, always a pleasure because we learn so much, and it's one of those conversations, especially in this technological time. It's a must-have conversation, and we want to take it now to the business space. And we asked the question this morning: how to create content as a business owner, those who, whether it's a SME, whether it's a big business player looking at the program, content.
Yeah.
Because you want your content to be catchy, you want to send your message, you want it to capture your market. Talk to us, Keron.
Yeah, so, this is one of those things where people are being challenged because there's a wide variety of social media platforms. There's a wide variety of digital platforms. So even when you're thinking outside of social media, you have podcasting, you have video, YouTube. Now we have this new app, Threads. There's so many platforms that are available, and everything requires you to create content. But where businesses struggle, right? And I'm sure you would have recognized this. The majority of businesses, when they're on social media, all they want to focus on is creating ads. They have static images, product images, and it's just focused on selling, selling, selling. But typically, when the average person goes on social media, they're not looking to be sold to. They want to be educated, entertained, and inspired. And if you could do all three of those things, then you've got a winning formula. So when we're talking about content as a business owner, one of the main things that a business should be focusing on is taking all of the problems that people have within your industry and turn that into content, right? So that's a starting point. Just taking the things that people are asking you, that they have challenges with, and then turning that into content.
No, there are some business owners, they step up to the plate. I remember last week you mentioned it's always best someone who understands their business. It's your concept, you come, you represent it, you become the face, the brand. But what about the business owner who is more behind the curtain, low-key? They don't really want that kind of shine up. That's where now you will have to, I guess, hire someone to become the face of your business?
Yeah, so you can, if you have a big company, talk to your team, see who is willing to get on camera, to be the face of the company. Not everything is video too, right? You could also have written content, blogs. There's a lot of content creators who we don't even see their face. They use things like their hands or voiceovers and comics, animations. There's ways to do it where if you do not want to be on camera, you can get creative and use something else. You could use other people within your organization. You could use voiceovers and animations. There is other ways that you can create content. Even podcasting, you could have an audio-only podcast and never show your face, but still deliver excellent content.
Now, I remember last week we touched on it, and you could elaborate this week, because you're saying it's not so much the length, because I know I have this feeling that people, the attention span is so short, but you're saying if they are engaged, they will pay attention, because you mentioned people look at YouTube documentaries, they look at stuff that is able to engage them. But how does one strike that balance between information, engagement, entertainment? Because again, 5 seconds, if it don't grab you, some people just next, but you want to grab your customer.
Yeah. And you know what? And I think the biggest thing that people are scared about is getting it perfect the first time around, right? When you look at the YouTube analytics, TikTok analytics, you can actually see where people are dropping off in your video content. So if you know that within the first 5 to 10 seconds, people are dropping off, what you can start to do is experiment with how you're opening up your content. Try figuring out different hooks that you can do, and then keep going back to your analytics to see exactly what is engaging them, right? But don't feel like you just have to be doing video content, because what I think is a big problem as well is people might not be the most comfortable on video and feel like, okay, well, video is the only type of content I can do. If I'm not good at that, I'm not going to do anything. No. Remember, people still read, there's still blogs, there's still podcasts. So you also need to figure out what type of content can you create that you would be most comfortable doing and that you can excel in. And then people can see it when you're reading an engaging piece of content or listen to a great audio podcast. We know when you're comfortable and you can create engaging content because you're in your element. So don't just think that it's only video that you have to do. Start to experiment in the other formats.
I'm going to throw a kind of curveball at you here, Keron, because when you think about advertising and content, it's a visual medium. And so many times we have seen it time and time again, whether it's somebody selling tires, whether it's they're selling, you know, the most arbitrary item.
Yeah.
Sometimes the use of women, sexy women, you know, bad suit, pose up. Is that based on your analytics and your experience in the business? Is that a sure win when you tend to use hot models, women, or even sometimes men, you know, bare-chested, oil down, grease down, and looking all premium, and they, by extension, selling a shades or selling some kind of experience?
Yeah.
Does that work?
You know what? I think there was a point in time where it did. It most definitely did. But I think now what people are concerned about is how can your business help me solve a problem or achieve a desire, right? So I want to show you a quick exercise that we do with our clients. It doesn't require any tools. It's just requiring the use of Google, right? If you were to go on Google right now, if you go to either google.com or pull up your phone, every phone has the Google search bar, and you click on Google. If you type in a topic within your industry, so I'm going to type in pancakes right now. Once the Google auto suggest comes up, they're going to show you a magnifying glass. And once you see a search query with the magnifying glass beside it, that is showing you that's the top 7 searches that are around that topic in your country over the last 7 days. So as I put in pancakes, the top searches for me right now that in Trinidad are pancake recipe, fluffy pancakes, pancakes without eggs, without milk, recipe that it's easy for pancakes. When I see all of that, all that means is I can take all of those things that people have been looking for and I can turn that into content. So people are looking for how can you help me solve a problem rather than you just posting a hot girl or a good looking guy pose up with your, that doesn't help anybody. Look at what people are having problems with within your industry, using that quick suggestion of Google Auto Suggest, type in your topic, look for the magnifying glass, and look at all those things that people are looking for, turn that into content.
Well, I'll give you a chance to put in a closing statement, but I want to probably put put a little nugget of I guess, query here, or at least probably next week. I don't know if we could expand on this one because I know we're kind of out of time, but I'm eager to hear your perspective on when content about your business is not welcoming. It's one where someone is very critical. They've probably gone to the internet via the comments, or they've done a video to denounce your product, denounce your service, to suggest how unprofessional your business would have been, and how does one manage and navigate that kind of dynamic? So I want to just put that out there, whether it's next week or week after. I really want to hear from your perspective, your lens, how does one treat with that? But as always, Keron, give us a closing statement as we wrap things up this morning.
Yeah, that's a great topic. We'll address that one next week because it's a very big one. But I want to close out with saying, everybody, you have to create content, right? What I want you to do is just figure out where you are most comfortable. If you are great at writing, if you have a personality that lends to audio, do writing, but do something, because regardless of whether it's Google, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, you name it, every platform is a content platform. Your business is in the business of solving problems. Make sure your content is solving problems and helping people achieve their goals, and you will be A-okay.
Digipreneur, all the best. Thanks for coming on and giving us, again, most valuable information. Keron Rose with us for the Digipreneur on this Your Morning Brew Tuesday. We come back, conversations on cancer. The chairwoman, Dr. LeBlanc, joins me on set. We get into more discussions and we do a recap concerning the Relay for Life that took place over the weekend.